everybody, welcome to At Home Mobility. I have a slightly different session for you guys planned today. This session is going to be targeted at recovery and mobility using a barbell. Okay, so all the equipment today you're going to need is a barbell. Be it a long one or a short one, we can make it work. Okay, so with this, we're going to target predominantly the lower body, okay, but one of our stretches is also going to target the upper body. So today, a bit of a mix. Let's get stuck in. We're actually going to start straight away with a little bit of rolling. Okay, so I'm not going to spend too much time doing the actual roll. I'm just going to show you guys how to roll. So for 60 seconds, what we're going to do, placing your bar on the mat so it's not getting damaged on the ground. I'm actually going to stand on top of the mat and super gently rolling across on one foot. What you can also do, if you want to have a little bit more surface area, you can stand on the collar of the barbell, so on the far end, and in this position what you can do, roll out the plantar fascia. So for anybody who's got quite tight plantar fascia, or anybody suffering from plantar fasciitis, or people who just run a lot, I recommend getting stuck in with this stretch. So you can do it standing. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to do it kneeling, and all I'm going to do here for 60 seconds is I'm just going to roll from the ball on my feet to my heels. So that is our first 30 seconds. We're getting stuck in. What you can also do if you'd like, moving your foot from left to right, really trying to break up that tissue. For myself, I do get quite bad plantar fasciitis. I've got quite a tall arch, and so this is really helpful for me. So just holding it in place, and then rolling and moving your foot up and down. I'm going to do this for another 10 seconds, just super aggressive if you can tolerate it, otherwise go a little bit softer. A few more seconds. Fantastic. Leaving that one there. Swapping across to the other side, so that was my right side. We're swapping onto the left side. It's the same thing. 60 seconds. Getting your foot right on top of the collar where it spins. We're going to go for 60 seconds, rolling from a heel all the way to the arch. And again, for anybody who does have any form of plantar fasciitis, just quite tight feet, you'll find this is going to help you out quite a lot. That is our 30-second mark. Keep on moving through. Any spots, like usual, any spots that are quite sore, I encourage you guys to sit there for a second and really work through it. Right now, I'm shifting my foot from left to right, doing whatever I can to really open up and loosen that plantar fascia. We've got another 10 seconds, team. Excellent work, leaving it there. Next is going to be our quads. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move across a little bit. It's your choice if you go for both quads or just one at a time. And super gently, I'm going to take that bar, roll up and down my quads. We're going to aim for 20 rolls each time, trying to target the whole portion of the quad. So right now I've got my left leg turned out for roll number 5, and now I'm rolling the inside by turning my foot laterally. So experiment with places on the quad that are more or less sore. That's halfway. Moving all the way through. Excellent work, team. Last 5 rolls. And if you're noticing this is quite tentative, it definitely is for me too. Alright, so swapping sides. And rolling, same thing. I'm gonna out of the way a little bit here. And rolling 20 times up and down the quad. And just like we did on the left side, moving your foot in and out to really target the different parts of the quad. Fantastic work, guys. I encourage you also to spend a bit of time on the VMO. So the vastus medialis obliquus, that what stands for. It is the teardrop, colloquially as we call it. just on the inside of the kneecap. You've got that big sort of muscular protrusion there, part of your quads. I encourage you to spend a bit of time rolling over that. My team holding in there for our last 5 rolls. Excellent. That is us for the quads. Gently moving the barbell back onto the mat so it doesn't get damaged. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take my calves, and just like we do on a roller, moving forward and just rolling out those calf muscles. Excellent work, team. I'm going to spend 60 seconds rolling out each calf. And if you'd like to spend more time rolling out your calves, feel free to pause this video and keep working through those calf rolls. That is the first portion of my calf done. The first 30 seconds. I'm now going to roll the upper portion. Fantastic work, guys. Last 20 seconds. And I'm moving actually from my Achilles tendon all the way up just before I get to the back of my knee. The last 20 seconds. Awesome work, guys. Swapping sides. Getting our right leg onto that barbell. Fantastic work, guys. So sharing a couple of variations. I'm going to spend the first 30 seconds on my right side, the bottom portion of my calf. I've got my feet crossed over to add a little bit more weight into the calf muscle, get a bit more pressure traveling through that barbell. And here I'm actually moving my calf left to right, as well as backwards and forwards. Finding any spots that are quite sore, feel free to hold there for a minute. Alright, team, that is our halfway mark. So what I'm going to do for the remaining 30 seconds, I'm going to roll my calf all the way from top to bottom. Try and loosen that muscle. I've said in other videos before that your calves, because they're on all the time, they're quite high endurance muscle fibers, expecting to be sore, irrelevant of how much you roll them. For me, I could roll my calves out every day and they're always sore. Just leads me to believe that without rolling that they'd be incredibly bad. Excellent work, team. Fantastic. And we're going to move into our final piece of our barbell mobility. So there's a few things you can do. This is going to be our lower body section. And what we're going to do, this is actually going to be a bit of a compound stretch. So we're going to go through 2 different stretches. So first of all, we're going to focus on opening up our adductors, so our groin muscles on the inside of our thighs. And what I'm going to do, open up my legs as much as I can on this barbell. Pretty vulnerable position. But open up my legs as much as I can on this barbell, and I'm going to hold this for 90 seconds, just relaxing into it. For some, this might be pretty uncomfortable. If you're the sort of person where this is very uncomfortable, I encourage you, take your time with this, okay? Even if you start off with your feet on the inside of the collars, that is quite alright. For everyone else that is mobile enough, I encourage you guys, after our first 30 seconds, which is now, to reach into the middle, and we're just going to hold there. You'll find that this is also going to stretch out your back muscles. So for me, I'm feeling in my rhomboids, the muscles on the inside of my back, as well as my middle traps a little bit. And we're just going to hold here for another 60 seconds. Excellent work, team. This is pretty uncomfortable, so if you need to, take big deep breaths. Excellent, we are over halfway for the first portion of this stretch. What I'm doing here, I'm shifting my weight from left to right and just opening up those back muscles a little bit more. Got a firm grip on this barbell. Excellent. All right, team. Have a quick rest in there for a second. What I'm going to do, I'm going to explain to you guys the next portion of the stretch. So our final portion is going to be in the same position, so with the legs spread on the barbell. But what we're going to do, we're actually going to walk the arms up and down the bar. You'll feel this is going to intensify the stretch a lot on the one side. We're going to hold there for between 15 and 30 seconds, whatever you can do. Walk back to the middle, hold there, and walk back across. And I encourage you guys to repeat this as many times as necessary. Let's get stuck in. Big deep breaths. This is pretty uncomfortable for me, so I'm going to try to show you how much pain I'm in my face. Just going to roll the bar forward a little bit. Excellent work, guys. Let's get stuck in. So first things first, getting those legs on either side of the collar. Fantastic, holding on in the middle. And now what I'm going to do, I'm gently going to walk my arms onto one side of this bar. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Team, you feel that this is stretching a lot. This is going to stretch the hamstrings. It's going to stretch the lats a little bit. This stretches my rhomboids as well as my adductors. This is a compound stretch if I've ever felt one. Awesome work. That is our 30-second mark. Moving back into the middle. Hold that for 30 seconds. Fantastic work, guys. Really, really good. Final 10 seconds, and then we're going to walk across onto the right side and finish that for 30 seconds. All right, team. Shifting weight across onto that right side. Awesome work, team. Deep breaths if this is as intense for you as it is for me. 15 more seconds. Excellent work, guys. You did good. We did good. Legs back in. And relax out of that. Fantastic work, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in our next video. That was our lower body recovery for our barbell. I'm going to continue to use a few different pieces of our equipment. Feel free to message me if you have any special requests. I look forward.